it's been a while, and I thought I'd best say hello because we're now in 2026, halfway through January. We'll almost be at the end of it soon, and I thought perhaps it was time for a little catch up. I haven't got anything written down, so I'm just gonna talk as I go along. And it's been a quiet year, 2025, regarding the channel, and there is a reason for it, and I'm not going to go into depth, but you know, life is full of seasons, it's full of ups, it's full of downs, and 2025 was bittersweet. We had some wonderful highlights, but we had a very difficult year. And the channel, it had to kind of be put to one side, because to be creative, I need to be in the right frame of mind and the right creative place. But even though I wasn't recording, I was still writing. So I've got quite a backlog of songs that I really want to share. And I've got 3 paintings that have been standing half painted for a considerable amount of time. So I've got hold of the one painting today, and it's all wrapped up. It's only kind of halfway there, and I really want to finish this one first. So I'm hoping to bring my art. Now, I'm not going to make any promises, because one thing I've learned, especially in last year, is you just do not know what's around the corner, whether it be a trial or whether it be something absolutely amazing. So what I am going to say is I'm going to try my best. And that's what I'm going to say, because I don't want to make promises that I'm going to break. So I've made a promise to myself, because I am so frustrated I'm so frustrated in my creative life, I suppose, where I need to write, I need to play, I need to draw, and I need to paint. And if I don't do those things, I just feel like I'm just existing, because they are a massive part of what makes me me. Now, if you want a fantastic guitarist, then this isn't the channel to be on, because, you know, I do my best, I have a go. I don't consider myself a musician. I consider myself somebody that's being creative and descriptive in the way that I can do my best ability. And I'm by no means an amazing guitarist. You know, I started to learn late, and I've been a slow learner, and I'm a little bit rusty because I haven't picked up the guitar very much. So I need to toughen those fingertips back up again, which they're getting there. And after just recording my first song for 2026, I thought I'd do this little video just to put extra. And it's basically just to say, you know, sorry that I've been so quiet in 2025. Sorry I haven't been sharing my creativity and my songs. But it was a season that I went through, and it was stagnant, and I'm hoping that now I've come out the other end. I started 2026 with the right mindset to record the songs, paint the paintings, and do them as often as I can. Now, apart from my art, my music, I love to travel, and I hadn't travelled in a very long time. And I was feeling very kind of, is the word pending? And when I did go abroad for the first time, it just completely opened my eyes to this world that I never even knew I would experience. And then I didn't go for a very long time. And when I returned, it was like it was all over again the first time. So me and Mark, you know, we've managed to get some last minute holidays. You know, we always have to go within our budget, and we always tend to book last minute. And I don't see them as holidays. For me, they're kind of expeditions. I want to explore and I want to be inspired. And from these visits, I want to bring something out of them creatively. So I always kind of hope and pray that a song and a painting will come. Now, from the pictures I've taken, there's so many paintings, but to write a song, that comes from a different place. And the one that I've just recorded is from summer last year, our trip last summer. And hopefully at some point, I've got no idea when, Mark will return again, but he's so incredibly busy. We very rarely, hardly ever do music together. I will share my songs and he'll listen and he'll give me his opinion. And he always loves them. I suppose he's biased. But so hopefully at some point Mark will return. Again, I'm not promising when. But so there's my art, my music, my songwriting, the desire to want to travel more and more and more. But a big, big love in my heart is my dogs. And one of the reasons the channel was so quiet last year, we lost Bryn. You know, his journey came to an end. You know, he'd put up an amazing fight against cancer. He came out the other end, he did amazing. And the last 12 months with Bryn, he was so grateful to the bond. And I was so grateful to the bond that me and Bryn had. So when we lost him the beginning of last year, me and Mark just went to pieces. We were devastated. And I'm still missing him like mad. I'm still pining after him. But I'm a strong believer in the fact that when one animal leaves us, when their time comes to an end and the season with us comes to an end, that love inside is still there, ready to pour onto another. So we've got our old girl and she's still wonderful, but we've got pups, and I've been incredibly busy training, rearing. It's still ongoing. And little Sylvie was my kind of lifeline in my grief. Now, obviously, you know, my faith is number one. But little Sylvie got me out of a very dark hole. And we started walking, we started exploring, we started going places I hadn't been. And now I walk regular along the canals, which I've never been on really before, and I have explored them and walked them. And I try and do 2 hours exercise a day. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, all depending on the weather. So that's a bit of a kind of update. But I'm praying and I'm hoping that there's going to be more adventures exploring. So my channel's kind of changing along the way because obviously number one is my faith, and you know, the guitar playing wasn't immediate because when I started the channel I wasn't confident enough to play. You know, when I do these videos, they aren't easy at all. This song that I've just recorded, you know, I've got the dogs bouncing the toys and squeaking. Then, you know, they're running up and down. There was some fireworks going off outside and they finished before I started recording. You know, and sometimes, you know, there's outside in the world out there, there's engines revving, there's traffic, there's people, there's lawnmowers going. And because I don't perform anywhere but home, You know, I don't see myself as a performer. I have to pick places where I record around home, so that's never straightforward, because there's a life going on outside my window, outside my door, and you know, I have to make the best of what I've got. So it's very, very rare that I will ever record a song in a few goes. You know, sometimes I get really tired and I almost give up. But if I do give up, then I am so disappointed in myself. Hopefully, I'm going to do my very, very best, because I have got such a backlog of songs that I've written through a difficult year. You know, difficult times, I write through them. So my writing for me is my highs, my lows, creativity, inspiration, faith, people I meet, places I go. The list goes on. So I'm going to stop now because I can hear the dogs are up to something, and it's absolutely freezing outside. I'm not a winter person. I struggle through the winter, and I really struggle with the grey sky, the grey clouds, no sunshine. So I literally count the days down to spring, and as soon as spring's here, I start feeling alive again. And summer, well, so I've noticed the nights are starting to go a little bit lighter, and yeah, so that's kind of a catch up. And like I said, I hadn't written anything down, so if I've repeated a few things, I'll either edit them out or just go with it. So listen, hopefully 2026 is going to be a productive year for me. And I just want to say one thing. I don't know who subscribes to me. I never ask people to subscribe, but I just want to say I'm curious. Is there anybody that's kind of journeyed with me since the beginning? You know, I'd be delighted to know if there is anybody, but I'm always blown away when anybody watches my videos. So on that note, thank you, and hopefully I'm going to be seeing you very, very, very soon. Tons of love from both me and Mark. God bless.